Hey everyone, and welcome back to Love Hackers, your daily dose of dating advice. I'm Alex Carter.
And I'm Sophie Tanaka.
And today we are tackling a question that I'm sure has crossed every guy's mind at some point.
Oh,
Is she
yeah.
flirting or just being nice?
It's a tough one.
It's a minefield out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So how do we even begin to decode those mixed signals?
Well, that's what we're here for.
All right, let's dive in.
We're going to give you the tools you need to kind of figure out what's really going on in a woman's mind.
Okay, so let's start with the basics.
Okay.
What are some behaviors that could really go either way?
Right.
Like, is she flirting or is she just being friendly?
Yeah. I mean, think about a smile,
Oh, a smile can mean anything.
a laugh, a compliment. These can all be interpreted in so many different ways.
Oh, absolutely.
And so context is going to be really important.
Context, okay.
More importantly, her baseline behavior.
Baseline behavior.
Yes.
I like this.
Think of it like a control group in an experiment. You need to see how she interacts with other men to see if what she's doing with you is unique.
Okay, so is she like that with everybody?
Exactly.
Got it.
So, is she just as touchy-feely with everyone?
Okay.
Does she laugh at everyone's jokes?
Yeah, I've definitely been guilty of, misinterpreting friendly gestures before.
All the time.
So, okay, how do we establish this baseline?
Yeah.
Should I be following her around taking notes?
I mean, you don't have to stalk her or anything.
Okay, good.
But just pay attention to how she interacts with other guys in the same setting.
Okay.
Does she lean in close when she talks to them? Does she playfully touch their arm? Is she making a lot of eye contact?
Okay, I'm starting to see how this works.
Yeah,
So if she's giving me more attention than she's giving other guys, that's a good sign, right?
it could be.
Okay.
But we don't want to jump to conclusions just yet.
Right.
There are a few things that are more likely to indicate that she's really into you.
Okay, lay it on me.
And one of the most powerful ones is what we call focused attention.
Focused attention.
Yes.
Okay, I like it already.
When a woman is flirting, she wants to make you feel like you're the only person in the room.
Okay.
So her eyes are on you. She's fully engaged in the conversation. Her body language is open and inviting.
It's like she's really present.
Exactly.
Okay.
Have you ever noticed how a woman might tilt her head slightly when she's really listening?
Yes, actually I have.
Yeah.
I never thought of it as a flirtation thing, but
It's subtle,
yeah.
but it can definitely be a sign.
So it's not just about eye contact.
No.
It's her whole body language.
Her entire body is speaking to you.
Wow.
It's about those nonverbal cues that suggest she's genuinely interested in you and what you have to say.
Interesting.
And speaking of nonverbal cues, let's talk about touch.
Ooh, touch. Okay.
Here we go.
How do we know if her touch is friendly or flirty?
Right?
I mean, some women are just touchy people.
Totally. But
Yeah.
there's a big difference between a friendly pat on the back
Right.
and, a lingering touch on the arm.
Okay, so let's say I casually brush her arm
Yeah.
while I'm making a point
Yeah. Right.
and she doesn't flinch. Is that a good sign?
It could be.
Okay.
If she seems comfortable with your touch, if she leans in closer, or if she touches you back,
Okay.
that's a strong indicator of romantic interest.
Okay.
On the other hand, if she tenses up, pulls away, or avoids physical contact altogether,
Yeah.
that's a sign that she's not feeling it.
Okay, I'm starting to get it now.
Good.
It's all about reading between the lines.
Yes.
Understanding the context.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about those bolder signs?
Right.
Does a woman ever just come right out and say she's into you?
Sometimes, yes.
Really?
Believe it or not, some women are surprisingly direct.
Hmm.
For instance, if she mentions that she's single,
Uh-huh.
especially in a way that feels like she's emphasizing it,
Okay.
that's definitely a sign she wants you to know she's available.
Wow.
It's like she's dropping a hint but not being too subtle about it.
Right.
And while we're talking about hints, let's talk about the kinds of questions she asks.
Okay.
If she's sticking to superficial topics like the weather or current events,
Yeah.
it might just be polite conversation.
Right, so what kind of questions should I be looking for?
Pay attention to whether she's asking you more personal, in-depth questions
Okay.
about your passions, your fears, your dreams.
Okay.
That deeper level of inquiry shows she's genuinely interested in getting to know the real you.
So it's not just about her asking questions, it's the type of questions she's asking.
Exactly.
I'm starting to see how this all ties together.
Good.
But before we move on to, more advanced flirting techniques,
Right.
we need to talk about the friend zone.
Yes, we do.
What are some red flags that she sees you as just a buddy?
One of the biggest giveaways is if she only ever suggests hanging out in group settings.
Oh, that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she's never initiating one-on-one plans,
Right.
that's a pretty strong signal she's not seeing you as a potential romantic partner.
It's like she's saying you're cool to hang out with,
Yeah.
but only with other people.
Exactly.
Right.
And another major red flag is if she constantly talks about other men,
Oh, no.
whether it's guys she's dating or celebrities she has a crush on.
Yeah,
It's a clear sign that she's not viewing you in a romantic light.
that's a tough one.
It is.
So group hangouts and talking about other guys are big no-nos.
Yeah, big red flags.
Okay.
Anything else we should add to the friend zone watch list?
Well, pay attention to her overall level of enthusiasm.
Okay.
Does she seem genuinely excited to see you and talk to you?
Yeah.
Does she initiate conversations? Does she make an effort to spend time with you?
Okay.
Or does it feel more like, polite obligatory friendliness?
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell when someone's really happy to see you.
Exactly. Enthusiasm is contagious.
What about texting?
Yeah.
Is there a way to decode her texting style?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If she takes forever to respond to your messages,
Yeah.
especially if you know she's active on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a sign she might not be that interested.
So slow replies equal low interest.
Generally speaking, yes.
Yeah.
But remember, everyone has different texting habits.
Right.
Some people are just naturally slower responders.
Okay. So we need to consider like her overall texting style.
Exactly.
Not just one or two,
Yes.
delayed responses.
Right.
This is a lot to take in.
It is, and we've only just scratched the surface.
Oh, boy.
There's so much more to talk about when it comes to flirting versus friendliness.
All right, everyone. We're going to take a quick break to absorb all this amazing information.
Yes.
When we come back, we'll dive even deeper into the world of, flirting versus friendliness. Stay tuned.
So before we move on, I actually want to address something that often trips guys up.
Okay.
Sometimes women flirt just for the fun of it.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
So she might not actually be interested, even if she's,
Yeah. Exactly.
batting her eyelashes and laughing at all my jokes?
It's not always about finding a boyfriend or even a hookup. Some women are just naturally playful, and they enjoy the attention and the banter.
So how do we tell the difference
Right?
between playful flirting and, genuine romantic interest?
That's where those other signs we talked about come in.
Okay.
Like, is she giving you her undivided attention?
Mm-hmm.
Does she seem genuinely interested in getting to know you on a deeper level?
Right. It's about looking at the whole picture,
Exactly.
not just one little thing.
It's like detective work. You're gathering clues.
I like it.
And here's another clue to watch for. Does she initiate contact?
Okay.
Does she text you first?
Uh-huh.
Does she suggest heading out one-on-one?
Okay, those are good signs.
Yeah.
But what if she's super friendly,
Yeah.
hanged out with me,
Yeah.
laughs at my jokes, but
Mhm.
never actually makes a move?
Right.
Is it possible she's just really comfortable being friends with guys?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Many women genuinely believe that men and women can be just friends.
Right.
And they might genuinely enjoy your company without wanting anything more.
That's the friend zone, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the dreaded friend zone.
How do we avoid getting stuck there?
Well, it's all about paying attention to those subtle hints that she sees you as more than a buddy.
Okay.
Does she go out of her way to spend time with you?
Uh-huh.
Does she get a little shy or flustered around you?
Okay, so I'm looking for those special little things that go beyond just friend behavior.
Exactly.
Ev-
And remember, even if she isn't flirting,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just a matter of compatibility or timing.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's easy to take it personally
Right.
when you know a woman's not interested, but it's not always about us.
Exactly.
Right.
And sometimes a genuine friendship can be just as rewarding
Yep.
as a romantic relationship.
I'll keep telling myself that.
There you go.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We talked about establishing a baseline behavior,
Yes.
looking for focused attention,
Uh-huh.
understanding the friend zone, and remembering that sometimes flirting is just for fun.
Exactly. And we also talked about how women can be direct.
Yeah.
And some actually prefer to be upfront about their feelings.
I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
I thought it was all about, the hints and the subtle cues.
Well, those are important too.
Right.
But the key takeaway here is to be observant.
Okay.
Pay attention to both her words and her actions.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Exactly. Look for patterns and consistency.
Okay.
And don't be afraid to ask clarifying questions.
Oh, so I could just straight up ask her if she's flirting.
You could, but sometimes it's better to play it cool.
Right.
Let things unfold naturally.
Yeah.
The more you observe and interact with women, the better you'll become at reading those subtle cues.
Right.
And figuring out her true intention.
Like building a muscle.
Right? Exactly. The more you practice, the better you get.
I like that analogy.
And remember, confidence is key.
Oh, confidence. That's always good.
If you approach interactions with a positive attitude and a genuine interest in getting to know her,
Yep.
that will shine through regardless of whether it leads to romance or not.
Great advice.
Yeah.
Confidence is always attractive.
Absolutely. And one more thing.
Get me with it.
Don't forget to be respectful of her boundaries.
Of course.
If she's not reciprocating your advances, don't push it.
No means no.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe down the line things will change.
Right.
But for now, respect her decision and move on gracefully.
Solid advice. So we've talked about a lot today.
We have.
Any final thoughts before we wrap things up?
Yeah, I mean, I think it all boils down to trusting your gut, but also paying attention to those patterns of behavior
Right.
we've been talking about.
Yeah, it's like finding that sweet spot.
Yes,
you know,
okay.
between like analyzing every little detail and just going with the flow.
Right.
So if a woman is consistently showing those signs we've talked about,
Yeah.
like, you know, the focused attention,
Yeah.
the physical contact, the deeper
Right.
questions,
It might be time to just take a chance.
Yeah.
And see where things go.
but of course always with respect.
Absolutely. A confident man is an attractive man. But a respectful man is a true gentleman.
I like that.
Yeah.
So to all the guys listening out there,
Yeah.
now that you've got this arsenal of knowledge, how are you going to apply it in your own dating life?
Right. Are you going to approach that woman at the coffee shop with a newfound sense of confidence?
Will you be able to read those mixed signals a little bit better?
We hope so, because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
dating should be fun and exciting.
It should be.
It's all about making those connections, taking those chances, and seeing where the journey takes you.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't lead to romance,
Right.
maybe you'll make some great friends along the way.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive
Yes.
into the fascinating world of female behavior.
It's been a pleasure.
I'm Alex Carter,
And I'm Sophie Tanaka.
and this has been Love Hackers.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Hit that like button.
Leave a comment.
Share this episode with your friends, and we'll see you next time.
Happy dating, everyone.